The toughest part about building good skills and building a good operating system is trying to get everything from your brain into your system. So, for example, what you're looking at here is after months and months of me building up all of the knowledge that lives inside of my AIOS. It's basically just the idea that if everyone's using the same model, so if everyone's using Claude Opus 4.8, then everyone's going to be using the same prompts and getting the same output because the model is fundamentally the same for everybody. So what really makes the difference is when you add context into that model and you give it your taste, your voice, your decisions, and that's how you get outputs that actually sound like you. But once again, the real challenge is still the extraction, getting everything from your head into the AI system so that your skills can use it and that your context is better. And if you guys have been following me for a while and you've seen videos I've made about like discovery calls and scoping out projects, that's the toughest part, is especially if you're working with a client, asking them so many questions about this process to the point where they might even get annoyed because you're asking so many questions, but that's just what you have to do. It's the difference between a system that is successful 95% of the time and one that's only successful 80% of the time. So this one skill we're going to look at today is called Grill Me. It basically takes what's in your head into reusable context for your AI. So what happens is all of that knowledge that's in your head that you might think, okay, I'm just going to brain dump into Claude code for 5 minutes and it will be good enough. It's not ever good enough. So what this does is it basically relentlessly asks you questions. It grills you until it knows pretty much everything about the process. It'll ask you a question, you answer it, and then it basically will checkpoint and it will write everything back to a knowledge doc, and it will just keep going over this loop endlessly until the knowledge doc is good enough and there's no gaps or holes in that knowledge. And so, like I said, this results to better skills, better context, and better projects. And originally, this skill was built by Matt Pocock. And what's cool is if you look at it, it is a super simple prompt. It's like 4 to 5 sentences. Interview me relentlessly about every aspect of this plan until we reach a shared understanding. Walk down each branch of the design tree, resolving dependencies between decisions one by one. For each question, provide your recommended answer. Ask questions one at a time. If a question can be answered by exploring the codebase, explore the codebase instead. And I like to look at that because it makes you realize that a skill doesn't have to be super complicated automation. A skill can just be a prompt that you don't want to have to say every single time.